there was a dusty antique shop filled with relics of the past. Among the items was a porcelain doll, its face eerily serene, with dark, hollow eyes that seemed to follow anyone who entered the shop. The doll, rumored to be cursed, had a sinister history. Owners would often report strange occurrences after bringing it home. One rainy afternoon, a curious young woman named Clara stumbled into the shop, seeking shelter from the storm. The moment she laid eyes on the doll, she felt an inexplicable connection. Despite the shopkeeper's warnings about its dark past, she bought the doll, thinking it would make a charming addition to her collection. That night, Clara placed the doll on a shelf in her bedroom, its eyes gleaming in the moonlight. As she drifted into sleep, a chill crept through the room. She awoke to soft whispers echoing around her, but when she looked, the doll remained perfectly still. Days passed, and Clara began to notice unsettling changes. Objects in her house would shift positions, and shadows danced at the corners of her vision. Friends who visited spoke of feeling watched, and some even claimed they heard the doll laughing when Clara was out of the room. Still, she dismissed their concerns, convinced they were just playing pranks. One evening, Clara decided to investigate the doll's origins. She found a dusty tome in the town library that spoke of a witch who crafted dolls to trap the souls of the wronged. The last owner had died under mysterious circumstances, and the curse was said to continue with each new victim. As the chilling words sank in, Clara's heart raced. That night, the whispers returned, growing louder and more insistent. She woke to find the doll positioned at the foot of her bed, its mouth curled into a mocking smile. Paralyzed by fear, Clara couldn't move as the doll's eyes glowed a deep crimson. In a breathy, childlike voice, it whispered, "Play with me forever." Terrified, Clara tried to rid herself of the doll. She locked it in a box and buried it in the woods. But the next morning, the box was back on her shelf, the doll sitting proudly atop it, as if mocking her attempts to escape. Desperate, Clara sought out the town's old historian, who told her the only way to break the curse was to return the doll to its original owner. But the witch had long since vanished, leaving only rumors of her dark power. One stormy night, Clara made a final attempt. She set the doll in the middle of the woods, lit a fire around it, and chanted an incantation she had found. As flames licked at the porcelain, the wind howled, and the ground trembled. Just as she thought she had succeeded, the doll's laughter filled the air, echoing through the trees. Suddenly, Clara felt a cold grip on her wrist. The doll's tiny hand had reached out, pulling her closer, closer to its unyielding embrace. With a final, piercing scream, she was gone, leaving only the doll behind. Now, the townsfolk still tell stories of Clara and her cursed doll. And on stormy nights, if you listen closely, you can hear whispers in the wind, "Play with me forever." The doll waits for its next victim, its eyes eternally hungry for a soul to claim.